Side as well. Hello, welcome everybody to the Azure and AI Show. Um, with me today is Amy Diamond, MVP for SharePoint. Myself, Frank Falvey, MVP for M365 Copilot. And we hope to have another speaker join us shortly to do some stuff on Azure. So first of all, Amy, do you want to share some stuff there with us? Maybe share your
Yes, sure.
screen.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining the show. I will now present my screen. So, do you see my screen?
1 second now. Yeah, see your screen there now. Yeah.
Okay, so actually, what I want to show a new feature that just came out in Microsoft Teams, but is connected to people that use the Copilot. So if you're familiar that during the meeting you activate the Copilot and start transcription, at the end of the meeting you would see the chat and then you would see the view recap. So if I go here, um, what I will see is actually the recording. I will see the transcript, which is word by word. And I would see a AI summary, which actually shows me key points and follow-ups. And this is what we're familiar. But what I noticed is now there's a possibility to have custom summary. So what that means, in addition to the standard AI summary, which is in a fixed structure, Microsoft provides us additional templates that you can use. And what's nice is that you can also customize one which will fit your needs. So if I go here to the custom summary, you'll see that Microsoft provided me some new templates. So in addition to the AI summary, which was up until now the default, we have a speaker summary, which the focus is actually on each speaker. And as you can see, it's giving me, um, it takes the data, the transcription, and as you can see, actually, I'm the only one in a meeting. But if there was additional people per person, it would make a summary. The next one is, as you can see, executive report, which the focus, as far as I see, is more for management. It gives an overview, some key points, and it breaks it down to bullets. The third template that Microsoft provides is the project update. So using the same transcript, we have different ways of seeing it. Of course, we could go to the Copilot and write the prompt, and it would provide. But here we have a certain structure that is set. So as we saw, we have the project update, the executive report, and the speaker. But now we have create template. That means that now I can customize my own template. So it gives me a place where I can give a name. So let's just call it my template. And let's maybe say what's wrong. And I will add here, I can delete it, maybe put a totally different prompt, but maybe I'll add an emoji and I will say that actually I want uh, to put a topic, which is, yeah, what was not working. And I could click on a preview. It will take the meeting information And as you see, it's working according to this these topics. And my additional topic that I added here, even though I had a typo, it says the loop workspace shared content, and I can totally delete it. Maybe here I want to, instead of summary, to say tell me who was in the meeting, and here I could say maybe did anyone leave before the end of the meeting. And I could save it, and now it actually will stay as a template for me for each meeting I record in the future. I will have this this template. As you can see, it says here who attended, and no evidence of anyone leaving. And here we have also open things. So we can create as much templates we want. We can delete it totally. We can write a prompt if we want. Let's say, tell me all about the meeting, and let's points. Yeah, you can be more descriptive, but here you have the freedom to do it as you want. And let's just call this demo 2, and let's save it. And now we have it here. Do we have it here? Yeah. Now, maintaining these templates, you see, you cannot delete any of the Microsoft ones. But if I go to these two that I created, I can click on a trash can and remove it, and now it's possible to delete it. The idea is once I have a template, it can be applied to any of the future and also previous meetings that I had, assuming that I had the transcription activated, or also the Copilot. So what do you think about this? Do you think it's helpful?
Definitely very helpful, especially, you know, you have the template there and you can just use it across anytime you're using the Teams. Very good. How you doing,
Yeah,
Bart?
hopefully it can maybe. Hi, Bart.
Hi, Amy.
Hopefully there might be. Hi. Hopefully there might be a possibility to distribute it on a tenant level, or where you can actually make your own templates for your company, or maybe enable some of them instead of I call it shadow IT, because sometimes in this case it's not that bad, but um, in this case each one does it just as they want. But in some other cases it's better to have one fixed one, or the company provides some standard ones. But yeah, that's, I think, a good step, and hopefully it can help people be yeah, more effective, and not to invent the wheel, but just use something they know that works, and they can rely on it.
Very good. And is that only just a new feature that came out, or is it GA?
It appeared on the weekend. So you can check if I currently have a Copilot license, and my user is also in public preview for targeted release. So you need your user to be in this phase in the tenant, so you can get the early release of it. But eventually, probably it will be for everyone.
Yeah. It's like that ChatGPT was kind of rolled out across all the tenants there recently on the M365 Copilot chat.
The free one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
thank you for listening.
No worries. Bart, you've got something for us there on Azure policy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys and others in the community run into this topic as well. At least it's something I and people I'm speaking to are sometimes struggling with. It is when choosing, for instance, a solid hardening foundation for your Azure tenant. We like to follow certain benchmarks, like for sys hardening. Some organizations follow the Azure Cloud Security benchmarking, and even others who do not have, for instance, the Defender licensing, follow the default Azure initiative hardening. One thing which was really, in our case, a challenge was sometimes to really find out what those differences are between hardening initiatives on Azure. So you have all kinds of initiatives. I believe there are more than 180 right now at the moment, and they are incremental by X amount of period. And I thought it was just about time to make sure, as the Azure portal doesn't have anything right now at the moment to compare initiatives, to start actually building something to fill the gap which Microsoft has let open, if you ask me. It is on the product table at Microsoft. I submitted some feedback in order for them to take it into development and to fill the gap in between. And I'm not quite sure if Microsoft is going to pick it up. I developed a small tool which basically helps the community or other IT professionals to basically make a comparison between hardening initiatives on their Azure tenant. I haven't released it yet, so this is from. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Can you introduce yourself, because we missed the first part. Maybe Frank knows you, but maybe to the audience, maybe tell us about what you do, where you are, and then you can continue.
I was about to ask, are there any questions? So this is a very proper, good question. Yeah, my name is Bart Pasmans. I live in the Netherlands. I'm 35 years old, married, 2 children. I work at Itility in Eindhoven. I'm a 100% cloud-oriented engineer who really likes modern days architectural, like event-driven architecture, serverless computing, computing on the edge. Those are really things which trigger my interest. PowerShell is one of my main areas. I like to do as much as I can with it, automate whatever it is, give trainings as well within our organization and outside of it. Because I also did software development in the past, I really tried to bring the software developer mindset more towards regular cloud engineers and automation engineers, just for them to get a right and good understanding how things really work. That's a little bit who I am, I think, in a nutshell.
And you've recently been nominated as a Microsoft MVP.
Yes, I'm working hard on doing the application right now. It's a lot of work. I thought getting towards the application was a lot of work until I really find out how much work is involved to do the proper application. But yeah, it's been an honor so far. I really enjoy what I did so far, and I still like doing it. And that the nomination now is on my plate, I think that's a sign of appreciation. And of course, hopefully it will bring more that I will reach other stages towards the community as well. So really honored for that.
Very good.
Thank you. Yeah, so as I mentioned, I prepared something, of course. I made a small demo. I haven't communicated yet officially on it, what I created. So I want to just give it a heads up as a first demo on what I created and hopefully what it does to fill the gap, which at least I'm currently experiencing within Azure.
So Bart, just before you start there, we're on StreamYard there, right? So up on the top right-hand corner there, you can add your own LinkedIn Live, and you can broadcast out through that as well.
Oh, let me check out. For me, it's the first time I'm here, so
okay.
Might feel a little bit clumsy. Let's see. I do believe I need a StreamYard account in order to continue.
No. You just add your LinkedIn account there.
Oh, you can stream this to your audience, I see.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Ah.
So at the moment, myself and Amy are streaming to YouTube. Oh, he got knocked himself off. There you go. You knocked yourself off.
As soon as I clicked stream to the audience, it immediately felt the reason to kick me out. Apparently needed some refresh, but I think now I should be fine. Let's see, LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, so like 1 week there, we were streaming out to 12 different platforms. We were streaming to 6 LinkedIn live accounts, and we had, I think it was another 6 YouTube channels. So it's a big reach, you know. Like Amy has a huge YouTube account there. Amy, you've got over 1 million hits on it so far. What's the
I
name?
have more than 1.2 million views in total.
Wow.
Oh, damn, you should have told me, Amy. I would have done my hair and put a nice shirt on.
It's okay. I'm barefoot.
Yeah, we have the excuse, right? We are IT people, so I think we have a proper
air conditioning, and yeah, we're casual. It's casual Saturday.
Casual Saturday. I agree with that. I think everything is fine, guys. I see that in the top right corner. I see the LinkedIn icon. I see a nice green in the chat mark behind it. So I believe
I can see that here on my end. So now you're streaming to your LinkedIn channel. Yeah.
Perfect.
So do you want to share your screen there with us?
Yeah.
So you see down the bottom it says present, and when the next window comes up, then you'll see entire screen and share entire screen.
I'm working on it.
You need to select the screen, and
and I'll see it on my end, and I'll add it.
So you should see a nice clean desktop right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, then I will keep you guys in vision as well. So let me let me get here. So what I did, right, and I mentioned in the introduction, I created a PowerShell module, which is going to help in order to get a good overview on Azure initiatives, what they contain, and how you can create a comparison between them. There are a lot of overlapping initiatives, and sometimes that makes it very difficult to choose a certain initiative for your foundation hardening. This is a very simple script. It's 1.0 right now. I released it last week on the PowerShell gallery, and it's on GitHub available. The official communication will be done upcoming week, but nonetheless, I'm gladly to show already what is currently available. So we just have a simple PowerShell prompt in front of me.
Can you zoom in? Can you zoom in? Because I think that's much better for those that. That's much better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the module is quite simple. In this shell, it's already imported in the runtime, so I can basically call the start AZ policy initiative comparison, and I can provide it with some output. So I want to have some output, and I will run it. So basically what it's going to do, this is going to connect right now to my default Azure tenant, and it's going to show me all those initiatives which are residing within my tenant. So if I would have Defender for Cloud running and I would have the appropriate licenses, I would get the initiatives from the plan, and I would be able to see them here as well. In this case, I want to put some focus on these two policies. So let's take 80 and 81, and both are SIS Microsoft Azure Foundation benchmarks, but one is in a newer version. I'm just picking these because it gives you a good overview on what the comparison might be. So if I want to know what the differences are from 81 compared to 80, I know I need to make the differentiations. So what I first want to do, I want to compare 80, and I will just provide it with that, and I want to compare it with 81. It's very simple. As soon as I hit it, what it's going to do, it's going to fetch that initiative, and it's going to check the policies which are in there, and it's basically going to store them in this session. Well, after the initial set has been pulled out of Azure, and we know what is residing in there, we are going to pull the compared initiative as well. Based on that, because we have then two sets available, we are capable of generating a report, and we can get a good overview on what the differentiations are between these two initiatives. But now I took two quite similar initiatives because they are both focusing on SIS hardening for Azure, but I can do this with any initiative I want. I can compare the SIS initiative with the Azure Security Cloud default benchmark. Basically, the principle is the same. It gets the policies, it does the maths, and it shows you in the end the actual outcome. So as you can see, we are almost done. And as soon as we are done, and it has everything fetched, we will get in the shell itself, we will get the summary out of what the differentiations are between these two initiatives. As I provided also when I was running the report, and parameter that it needs to output this words to HTML, I'm also going to get a file, which I will show you in a bit, which makes life easier for you. So if you close the shell, you have something to look afterwards. But this already gives me a good overview on what's happening. So these are all policies, and all these policies are missing in the compared initiative. So I immediately have that overview. On that top, I get an overview on like, hey, we have this benchmark. It has 168 policies in it. And if I'm going to compare it with 2.0, it has 111. So basically, there are a lot of policies being removed from the initiative, changed, mutated, or whatsoever. There is an overlap of 73. So 73 policies have not been changed at all. But the others in the initiative, they are missing, for instance. So I immediately get a good overview. So if I would ever have for my security team the question like, can you do an impact analysis on what it would mean if we would switch initiatives or what kinds whatsoever, well, this would really help me and give me a proper insight on the changes which are upcoming. Well, this doesn't show much, right? This is just a summary in the shell. And to make things easier for the ones who are running it and to make sure that they get a good overview, we have the HTML, of course. So if I would now go to the directory where we have everything in there, we can see the output live.html, which basically generates the same HTML report for us. And it contains a full overview on what we just run in the shell. So is this readable, by the way? Because now I really need to stretch things and zoom in a little bit. So I immediately have the same report, right? I know what I run. I know I compare these two with each other. And I get a good overview here on the policies which have an overlap. So basically, these can done without any impact on the environment. But we also see that in the comparison, if 95 policies right now are missing from the one I'm comparing with, and that these are all being inventorized over here. So I can immediately get a good overview on what kind of policies I will be missing if I would change to the different initiative. Otherwise, we also have in the compared initiative, we can also see the other way around. So we're not only comparing from left to right, we're also comparing right to left. And here we can see in the compared initiative as well, like, hey, these are going to be extra. So if you are going to do that hardening, if you are going to make your Azure foundation more secure with this new initiative, then you are going to get impacted by these policies. And you might run into non-compliancy, or if you put the policies in a different mode, you might even be not able to deploy certain resources because these policies are now in place. So overall, it's going to give you that first good insight on what's going to happen when you are going to change it towards these initiatives. And I really hope that this is going to help the community to make these kinds of things easier without copying things over to Excel, doing the math for yourself manually. You can just use this simple script, put in the initiatives you want to compare, hit enter, and in 2 or 3 minutes, you have a full-blown report, and it's going to save it to HTML for later reference, if you please. So this is going to be live next week. I will do the proper communication on that on my LinkedIn page and on my personal website as well. It is already, for those who are known in the PowerShell gallery, it's already there, so it can already be found. But I will do the proper communication somewhere up to next week. But I would, as this was my first time in this live show, I really wanted to use this as the opportunity to bring this to the audience as well. Any questions?
We don't have any questions yet from anybody, but there is a lot of people kind of logged in at the moment, as you can see on the screen. There's a few people there saying hello, and saying hello. And we have Precious is on there. Yeah, so if you could put the link maybe to your blog into the private chat, I can show it on the bottom of the screen there. And
yeah, I will after I stop screen sharing, I will send the link in private chat.
Amy, any questions on that? It looks very helpful tool.
Yeah, I think it's very low weight and very simple in use, and I really hope if there are at least some people who have a benefit out of it, I think it's a great addition for the community.
Yeah. So like you can actually see what databases are spun up and what Azure resources are being used, what VMs are running, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's really going to give you that good impression, and if any business or engineer has the use case in front of him that he or she needs to move toward a different type of hardening of a foundation, or needs to choose a certain rule set of hardening, instead of doing all the things manually or diving into the documentation, this is going to really help you in getting that good overview if you need to make a comparison between your hardening principles. At least if I look right now for us, I think this already saved us hours right now in making the proper segmentation between sys hardening and Azure Cloud Security default benchmark hardening. So hopefully the community has some benefit out as well. They can find it on the URL I will be sharing with you. It's on GitHub, it's on PowerShell Gallery, and all the information is also available on my site, of course.
Very good, very good. Amy, any questions?
No, not from my side. My only question is, how long did it take you to develop it? Was that?
If one of my colleagues is now watching, and probably they are, they will start laughing right now because I was bored in one of the other days, and I think I created in 2-3 hours or so.
Oh wow!
Okay, wow.
So PowerShell is quite common territory for me, so I know my ways around, and I can. These are easily things which I can easily create.
Okay, so we have somebody else here as well. I put up on the screen. Can you see it?
Yeah, that's one of my colleagues.
Bart. Great tool, amazing demo. Very good.
Very, very glad he liked it. And at least I can show up again in the office next week.
Very good.
All right.
Very
I will stop sharing the screen. I will send you the URL, Frank, so you can also print it out. And
I'll put it up on the bottom there on the screen.
Definitely. And if people have questions, of course, they are free to reach out to me, and then I will be gladly to assist if they run into any issues.
Yeah, like you could, like your screen is sharing there, you could actually go into GitHub there and show us it in GitHub, can you?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's available on PowerShell Gallery. Let's start with that one. And I will be showing it as well. Let me also take the GitHub account. So in PowerShell AZ Policy Compare, this is the GitHub page. It basically contains all the files. It contains the README, which basically explains what it does, how you should run it. And if you are new to it and you haven't seen this live stream, I made sure that you get a visual walkthrough with some screenshots, how the tool works, how it looks like, how it feels, and eventually what you will get in the end by getting that summary and the HTML overview as what I just demonstrated. If you go to my website, which is basically this one, and this is the official communication, which I recently released, but I haven't published it on LinkedIn yet. But here people can also find all the information on what it does. And if they want to have the URL to GitHub, they can find it here. And if they want to go to PowerShell Gallery, they can also find it from here. Basically, if you are already up to speed using the Azure PowerShell Gallery, you can just run this command, and if everything is being set up on your system correctly, it will immediately fetch the module from it, and you can start running it immediately. But this will be the source of truth. If you would go to my webpage, I will place the URL here in the chat. I believe you now have it, Frank.
Yeah, sure.
And this is the starting point. From this, you can use it as a hub to jump to my GitHub, to PowerShell Gallery, and whatsoever.
Yeah, it's a bit big to put on the screen, so I'll just output it to LinkedIn and YouTube, so it should show up.
Right. Frank, isn't the name of your blog bot? Just
you can also use it. You can also use the top level name.
Tech, and then it brings to the full. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. If you go to top level domain, you immediately hit it. It's the latest article on my blog, so it's basically on top.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's also sticky on the right. For those who don't want to read the blog and maybe new things come up and it falls to the bottom, on the right I've got my contribution as well, and people can jump to there from the main page as well.
And buy you a beer, right?
Yeah, right now I'm not open to coffee, so beer is fine. Some snacks would be nice as well, but no coffee for now.
Okay, so it's just coming up on the screen there anyway. So https //art.tech. And it's a lot of PowerShell stuff you do, so Bart, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm constantly trying at least to do something with PowerShell, but I'm also very strong in Azure PaaS, so Azure Functions, Serverless Computing, Infrastructure, and Architecture. And basically, you will find all those kinds of things on my site. It goes from how to run Azure Functions, how to set them up securely, how to create policies, how to utilize Graph, how to use managed identities in combinations with that. But basically, everything is built around the same principle: doing something in Azure, doing something with PowerShell, preferably, and then with the things I mentioned in the introduction, with event-driven architecture, cloud on the edge, and all those modern-based architectural principles we have now these days. I like to take those into account in my blog.
Very good.
So hopefully after this one, I will see a huge increase in visitors after this live show. So let's see what it brings up.
Very good, because when we started off this, we had a lot of kind of Azure stuff at the start, and then we kind of transitioned. A lot of AI started coming out, and we were doing kind of a lot of co-pilot stuff in, we'd say, 365, like doing demos in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, stuff like that. And then kind of more recently, we've been doing the stuff with Copilot Studio. Ami's done some great stuff there in the last couple of weeks there, and all the new stuff that's kind of coming out. Do you want to say something on those, Ami, those new things?
Well, let me show the new academy that I found out.
Oh, yes,
Maybe
very good. Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Share your screen there now. You sent me on the link to it there tonight. It actually looks very impressive. And
so I wrote in Google Copilot Studio Academy, and the first what I found was Copilot Studio Agent Academy. It's actually seems like it's on GitHub, but people shouldn't really relate to that, because once I go here, I have a get it started, and it's split. It gives you step by step how to create your first agent in Copilot. What are the setups? What are general topics? What is AI all about? And there's some preparations you need to do. It's split into Recruiter, which is now available. Then these two additional ones will be future. But as you can see here, you can start. It's like a lab. So you start with the setup. Maybe you need to choose the price, how you can get a free account or license, what to set up, if it's a SharePoint site, maybe a list. And it takes you through the process of, introduction here to agents. Maybe it will talk about what AI is, what is LLM, what is RAG, giving some general terms, confidential, autonomous compared to one that is in a conversation, and it gives examples, and then you can go up and start to learn the foundations. And this is, I guess it's an initiative, but I know Microsoft is communicating it. So it gives you each time how long will it take and what is the objectives that you will what you're supposed to learn. So for instance, in a Copilot Studio, you would have the setup, and then you would have maybe knowledge. You will have the instructions, you will have topics and tools, and it will give you examples to how to set each one of those. So take your time, and it will really guide you what to do. And it's actually labs. Okay, so we will add this link to it, and at the end, it gets to points where you can even integrate some Power Automate actions, and it's worth checking it out. So the link to it is, I think you can share, Frank.
Yeah, I have it on the screen there, and I posted it out there on the chat as well.
at the end of the course, you'll be able to understand how to create from 0 to 1 level. But as mentioned there, there's also some advanced models that are coming soon. And yeah, I'm in the process of doing it, even though I already have created some agents. But it's important to understand the foundations to understand what is possible, what is not, and yeah. So
And this one is really focusing, Amy, on Copilot, right? Do you also know that if they have some sort of a trail for more work towards AI Foundry from Azure?
no, this is focused for your actually for Copilot Studio agents. So if you have a Copilot license, then you can from the Copilot chat create an agent. This is called Agent Builder, which is it's more simple. You cannot do any complex things, but each one can create his own agent and do that. It's also possible through a SharePoint to create an agent. In both of these, you define instructions. You give a knowledge source if it's internal or external. And the Copilot Studio is actually the more advanced, the middle, let's say, where there you can already define, maybe choose a model you want. You can define topics. You can define where you want to deploy or publish the agent, if you want to Teams or to the chat, or maybe you want to WhatsApp. Yeah, I know WhatsApp is coming soon that you could publish. And that's like the second level from the Copilot Builder. And then the next level is AI Foundry, where you probably know more than me. But so there's all kinds of phases, and each one can give different functionality. And yeah, so
Interesting. Okay, I'm definitely going to check it out.
Yeah, very good.
yeah, I
very
mean, yeah. Frank, do you have anything to present?
like seeing that we were just talking about the agents there, the studio. I went over this a few weeks ago, but I just show people again that are new. 1 second there now. Do we have somebody else join us? Yes, we have. Stephen, how are you? So I'm just going to share my screen. Can you see my screen there, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's this website that Microsoft has put together. It's called adoption.microsoft.com, right? And this is all about the agents that people are hearing about, AI agents. So there's lots of stuff on here. You just get in here, you nearly stay in here for hours if you're interested in these. So they've got more kind of resources by products down here, like Microsoft 365 Copilot, Microsoft Planner, OneDrive, and you can see lots more. So we're just kind of looking at the AI agent hub. So if you click into the first one, it'll bring you here. And Bart, as you were on about there, the AI Foundry, you've got it in here as well. So it's on the site as well. So when you go in here, then you pick on whichever tab that you want to go down through, and they've got loads of resources, as you can see here on the screen there. You can download videos, AI Foundry demo videos, pricing guides, training, and different types of. So if you're leadership, you can click on this tab, and it gives you all that kind of stuff with the leadership, like, you know, for responsible AI principles. But if you click on the other tab there, then it will bring you into, we say, technical readiness, right, role. So then it'll give you a lot of different stuff that you can download, right? Like here, something like plan your Azure AI Foundry rollout. Just click into that there, so it brings you to all the documentation then. So the other one then here is the other tab there is the developer one. So when you go in here, then it gives you all different stuff related to the developer role. Like you can download SDK, software development kits, and so forth. So there's a lot of stuff on here on this site. And if you go down along, you can actually see getting started with Azure AI Foundry, generative AI, and deployment hubs. Right, so we just go back up a bit here, right? So that was just the AI Foundry bit there. But the Copilot Studio that Amy was talking about there earlier. So it gives you all the different kind of stuff here, like you got governance, security, ebooks, so you can download. It gives you lots of free stuff here to download. It's just amazing stuff, lads. Copilot Studio scenarios. So I'll just click into that one just to show you there. These are all the kind of main one: customer services, sales, marketing, finance, HR, legal, and IT. So you can pick whichever one you want, and it will show
these
you.
are some ready. These are some ready-made by Microsoft, and there's some custom agents. So I think the employee self-service is not yet released, and but there's ideas how to create it.
Yeah.
Clear.
So I see this one down here, join our Microsoft Champion program. You seen that, Amy?
Yeah.
So you go in there, if you got loads of time on your hands, you can become a champion, kind of to build programs. So lots of stuff really here, and I'll just put the actual website up on the bottom of the screen the second there now. So yeah, that's lots of stuff on that site. I'll just put up that that's it there. So there's kits. It's adoption.microsoft.com and Copilot Success Kits. So you can download lots of stuff inside here. They've got PowerPoint presentations for every different scenario that you can think of. On the main one that I showed on the screen there, those first 10. So they show you step by step how to set up the whole thing. Okay, Stephen, you want to send me a link there, and do you want me to show it on the screen?
Yeah. So if you could just pop a link on the chat, that's fine.
Sure. Put it into the.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And Stephen, congratulations again on your new job.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
A new MCT as well. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
So that site like is the adoption one there is amazing. Like so. Okay, so did you send the link on to me? So yeah, Bart, that was great. Now to see some more kind of Azure stuff, coming through on the show because so we're saying we were kind of focusing on the AI stuff for the last few weeks.
Yeah,
mostly.
I'm planning from over 2 weeks. I've got planned to even start making the gap smaller between the integration of Azure, PowerShell, and AI. There will be some AI stuff coming up from my end, but then of course with the same mindset with the event-driven architecture and Azure to really start responding to certain things in the cloud by leveraging AI. And doing some custom developing. So that's where probably in about 2 weeks it's on my roadmap to tell something about it or show something about it.
Sure, that would be great. Stephen, I don't know, did you send something to me?
No. I was asking if you can send the link. I think I've got the adoption.microsoft.
Oh yeah,
Yes, we shared the link. Yeah. So.
yeah. I'll put that actually in the chat as well. 1 second now. Yeah, so I'm just copying that and putting it in the chat for anybody that wants to go and see that stuff.
Yeah.
Comments. There we go.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
So we are missing Dan. Normally he pops in with us, but here's some stuff going on at the minute. Stephen, how about you? Any news for us on the tech front? See any?
No, not really. So I'm just planning my second event, which is Ladies in Tech. So I'm just trying to get resources. So it's gonna be on 11th of October.
Okay.
Yes, I'm just planning to get out the speakers. I just basically just ladies just to come and talk about their experiences. Because most of the time in tech now, at time people don't give ladies space. I think they feel they can't occupy this position because they are so those biases and things like that. So we just come together and then discuss things. I think I messaged Sarah Khan, but she hasn't responded to me that the MCT leader and stuff. I've messaged and I've gotten some couple of people that have responded to me. So I'm just trying to get my numbers and then I'll put in the flyer out. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's Seena was doing a lot of Power Platform stuff. Yeah, she's recently became an MVP as well. Dual MVP as far as I know.
Okay.
Power Platform and Power Automate.
Okay.
So that's on the 11th of October, is it?
Yeah, October. Yeah. So I will send you the flyer if you can just send me those schedule this stuff.
Yeah. There's another thing coming up in Ireland as well. I'll just see, can I share that with you? ESPN, do anybody use that? second now.
Yeah, hi, Abbas. It's nice seeing you. I think this is your first time on the show, right?
For me,
Yeah, Bart,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm here for the first time.
Okay, yeah. I think I was watching your presentation that was on the phone, but I didn't. I mean, I'll go back to it and then see. But I think you didn't comparing between Azure policy and I didn't really get it. But I think I saw your presentation, but I wasn't. I think I'll go back to it and then have a look and see.
Yeah, definitely, especially if you're a little bit in that corner and playable area, right? About hardening foundations, hardening Azure, then it's really then it probably is really something that's interesting for you. So next week it will be the official release.
Okay.
I use this live show as basically the live event as well for this new tool which I created. But I will do the communications next week, and you can find it on GitHub or PowerShell or on my personal website. Or
yeah, so I'll follow you on LinkedIn now. So that's okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I just want to share something with everyone there before we wind up the hour. Can you see my screen there? Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is somebody reached out to me to see what I advertise this for them. So they're giving a discount. It's the ESPC 25 AI at SPC 25. It's in Dublin on the 1st of December to the 4th of December this year. And it's going to be lots of speakers here. They have the website here. You can actually see everything about it. You can see some of the keynote speakers there. Some familiar faces, lots of MVPs on it.
Yeah.
So lots of familiar faces that I know. You might know some of these, Bart, do you? I think this guy is he from Holland, is he? No, but yeah, lots of speakers, lots of different topics. So and they're giving, if people are interested, if their companies want to send them there, they can use this AI show and they get a €200 discount. Not sure what the price of it. Yeah. So that's it. AI at SPC 25 in Dublin, the 1st to the 4th of December.
I believe ESPC is also sharing the knowledge articles from the communities, right? I believe that's something of their activities as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So you can actually reach out to. I actually have her on this thing here.
I believe they reached out to me with permission to use one of my articles for the managed identity and graph, which I've written down. And that's why I remembered them. I was like, oh yeah, this might be those guys who are doing it well.
Yeah, so you could do a talk with them as well. This is Ella Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so reach out to Ella there and.
Yeah, I will. I one of them are also actively following me, and last time they reached out if they could reuse something I created. So, but I will check it out. Might be interesting.
So look, we're up on the hour, and I'm just going to end the live stream. Thanks everybody for joining us. The Azure and AI Show. We'll be back here again next week. We're here every week for doing stuff Azure and AI. And thanks for joining.